Yo, 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 welcome to We'll Name the Show Later. We're definitely back like bra straps. This week's episode is a continuation of last week's episode. So if you didn't catch last week's episode, go ahead, pause this one, go ahead, listen to last week's show, and then come back to this one, and then you'll be all caught up. Love you much. Peace out.
Are they even doing Beijing anymore? Because
Yeah.
all they're doing is shaving shit off and putting on
Yes, what
and
they do.
gluing
let me tell
on,
you. Let me see what they're doing. Okay, so this is what they do.
lock hair and stuff.
So what they do is they when they're in the barber chair, the barber will like line them up, right? They do the little line with the white, and then after they do the cut, they do like the airbrush, and that's Beijing in there.
I did not know they still Beijing. I just know that a lot of them are doing that.
They do the airbrush to make it look more
so
realistic.
it's not that harsh black line where it's like, somebody
it's not paint on it. It's not paint on no more. It's like it's a good. Well, the ones that know what they're doing,
right.
It's an airbrush, not that paint on joint. But if they know what they're doing, they didn't gotta do that. But sometimes your clients is bald headed; they ain't got nothing.
Well,
but
let
they
me
want
ask you this.
Something.
Let me ask you this. This is when I wish we had more women in here, or we had some women we could just call up real quick. If you were single, okay, we as women, we put in hair, like me, black woman, I can look different every day. And it doesn't matter because I will put it in, I will take it out, I will put it in, I will take it out. It's going to be long, it's going to be straight, it's going to be short. I might have a mullet, I might not. Who knows? I'm going to have some braids, some locks, whatever, right? Shallow as I am, because I am shallow, I don't know if I could deal with a man who had one of those glued on. It's not even a toupee anymore. They just take the glue and they're taking that same spray glue that these women are spraying these wigs and putting this lace down on, and they're just putting glue on their scalp after they've shaved them, taking the braid hair, laying it across, patting it down, and then they are taking the clippers and they are lining them up and edging them up, and that shit looks real.
Okay.
That's more than hat fishing.
So I'm going to say this on behalf of my bald-headed dudes who are trying to keep it together. You got these broads out here who are doing basically reconstructive surgery with makeup. So I'm not going to fault them for wanting to maintain a look, because sometimes they got them peanut heads and hair makes them look better. So I'm not mad at it.
Not faulting them, not saying it's a bad thing. Could you, if you were single?
Here's the thing. If I was, you know what? Okay, so
date a man knowing that that's what was going on.
I don't think I'd have a problem.
Really?
Only because I'm not super I'm superficial. Like, you can't be ugly. I'm sorry. You just can't be ugly.
No.
Because when I turn on the lights, I gotta want to look at you.
Absolutely.
And I gotta want to take you outside. You just cannot be ugly. But do you have to be fine? Absolutely not. Ugly handsome is okay. I can deal with that. Do you have
what the hell is ugly handsome?
When in certain lights you be like,
didn't know. That's a no.
I could do it ugly handsome when in certain lights you be like, because I'm gonna tell you, I'm not going to be the bee's knees and the cat's pajamas to everybody, and I get that.
Right.
So
to each
again, so I'm not looking. I don't even like pretty dudes, because I think it's a little bit intimidating, and also because it's just, you're too fucking pretty. What am I supposed to do with you? Like, you just there to look at. I can't do nothing with you because I feel like I'm gonna break you, right? So I need something a little bit more rugged. So little ugly, handsome. I like a rugged looking man. So my dude don't have to be in shape. I like a little belly, something a little rub on. You can have a little man titty, something to grab on. That's fine with that. Long as you got some arms. I don't like no skinny arms. I don't like no skinny legs. I want some booty. You gotta have some little booty.
Really?
I don't want no don't.
I don't want to dunk back there.
No dude with no hands.
Because I ain't got a dunk. You should not be shaped like your auntie. That you should not be shaped like your auntie.
I dealt with a dude who had hips.
I'm sorry. I mean, because your shape should not be better than mine, and my shape is jacked up. And your booty should not be bigger than mine because I ain't got much of butt back there myself. I got like one of them swoop booties. Like there's not much at the top, but it come down and all the booties at the bottom. And honestly, there ain't much back there. I gotta get my squats on. But anyway, so I don't demand perfection as long as whatever you're doing, you carry it well. And if we doing our thing, just make sure that shit don't move.
It doesn't move
because when I'm doing my thing, I put a headband on so my joint don't move. So if you gotta put a headband on, a hat on, I don't care. Just make sure it don't move because if I grab your head, and I start pulling up the fuck, it's gonna be a problem. And you're gonna take me out the move. So make sure that your glue is waterproof. Make sure that it's heavy duty. Or just go ahead and just remove it. I don't care.
I think I'm a little superficial.
Yeah, you are.
I don't think I could. I don't knowing that my dude had them glue on the same hair that I put in my hair to break, which is kind of janky because I'm putting in extra stuff on mine, so I shouldn't be like that with him. But I don't know. I just feel some kind of way about that. And I'd be like, and then be like, when you see him, like when you go online or whatever, and you see these, it's like, damn, he looks amazing. He looks good. He looks great. Like, he can get it. But then if you find out, I'm like, that would turn me off.
It's a little bit disappointing, but it's no different than
the women.
Than a woman. I'm telling you, a whole new bone structure with some makeup. She wiped that joint off and she looking like a wildebeest. And it's like, I mean, she a strobe like honey. She a butterface, I'm like, we don't like that. And like this straight Hogwarts. She's sorcery
at its finest.
Her whole face is like fallacies and fantasies and fairy tales. Like, absolutely not. Same thing with shapewear.
Yeah,
I'm a big proponent of shapewear because I don't want to be jiggling, baby. That's just not what I want to do. So shapewear to keep it in so that I look put together. But once it comes off, it's just like
that's how I am. I've done that whole shapewear thing when I was younger, and I know I should probably do it now, but now I have gotten fat and I don't care. I'm at this point, I did what I had to do, and I'm like, either it's gonna get better or it's not. I'm not the one who's gonna be out here exercising all the time. I'll get on a good kick for a minute, but that's it. But what I can say is a lot of times I camouflage well in clothes.
Let me tell y'all about her. Let me tell you about this heifer right here. She one of them bitches that is built like she has a smaller waist. Like she comes in and she goes out. I'm built like a sack of potatoes. I'm built like a lumpy box. So she can camouflage well because she don't have much of a waistline. That's all I got is waistline. So I can't camouflage. So I got to do the shapewear because I got more. I got a booty do. My stomach stick out more than my booty do.
Now, if my stomach stick out more than my booty, that's a problem because I got a big ass. But
yeah, I don't have that big ass to kind of counteract the fact that my stomach be sticking out.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is when you camouflage well in clothes, kind of goes back to the dudes with the hair, right? You said, if I'm touching his head, I don't want it to come off in my hands, right? So think about I've heard a lot of dudes say stuff like, she pow, 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 she's banging, look at her, right? And then when she got home and she took the clothes off, yes, that's exactly what I look like. When I come out of clothes, I be like, blah, 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 blah. It just is what it is. I don't care because whatever. It didn't look like that when I had my clothes on. But with the shapewear, sometimes that's the same thing. Like, if you're out there and you're trying to catch, like, how much of the lies, like, okay, not lies, but how much of it is too much? And at what age do you stop it? Because I'm at
it's about personal preference. It's about your level of comfort. Like, if you feel like for you want to have there's a certain look that makes you happy, and the only way that you can achieve that is by doing certain things, then yeah, you have to wear that shapewear. I am I'm excuse me, I'm extremely self-conscious about my weight. I'm extremely self-conscious about how I'm perceived in the public. Because I do carry extra weight, I don't want to look lumpy and bumpy. Sometimes
Gotcha.
I don't care. Other times I very much care, depending on what I'm wearing. So if I got to wear shapewear until I'm 89 years old, praying to God that I actually get to 89 years old, then that's what I'm going to do, because I don't want to. I have a personal pride in what I am, what I look like.
Understood.
Other
Yeah,
people
I
don't,
understand that.
and that's fine. So, just like I wear a bra all the time because I don't want my titties sitting on the ground. And I don't have the biggest joints, but gravity is taking hold. Like, just now, even though I breastfed 3 babies, I breastfed one until he was 18 months old.
Oh,
that sucker, and the sucker would not take a bottle. I wanted to punch him so bad. He wouldn't take a bottle. He wouldn't take a pacifier. He wouldn't drink milk out of the cup. He wouldn't take nothing. That little kid irritated me so bad. And he just would hang on my boobies. Anyway, but my joints don't sag. I stay in a bra though. So,
but that's still genes.
Part of it is just because when my granny died, when my Gagi died, she still had some great tits. So I mean, she died in her she was in her 80s. She had great tits for her age.
Mine hang low and they wobble to and fro, and that's just how it is. And they have always been big, but they're not as massive now. They're flaccid because the children fucking ruined me. They have
what they do
ruined.
Don't
me.
have kids,
but I want the whole mommy makeover, but then I'm like, you know what? I earned this body. Am I going to spend some money on it to look young again? Or whoever is dealing with me, you just got to deal with this.
Earn, bitch.
I earned this body.
Earn.
I did.
I've been cursed. The fuck?
What I'm saying is,
my metabolism was doing so many different things before I had babies.
Right.
Like, my body was doing. I had a body, y'all. My body was banging and booming. I had a shape.
And that's when we always think we were fat.
Oh, I saw a picture. I looked like a bobblehead back in the day when I thought I was fat. I just knew I was fat because I was thick. So back in the 90s, thick wasn't like, it would be considered thick now, but back then I thought it was fat.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I look back at it now, I was like, I wasn't even really that super thick back then. So to me, I look like a bobblehead. And I'm like, oh my God. Like, if I could, again, I swear to God, God is cursing me.
Why is that?
Because if I ever lose some weight, it's over for you hoes. I'm telling you. Dimples and God, let me lose some fucking weight. Let me lose 20 pounds. Shit.
She said it's on and cracking.
It's on and cracking. I'm warning y'all right now. Get it together. Get it together.
I was looking at
how'd your grandfather's
Super Scent. Have you seen her new body?
She bought one?
Yes, she did. And she worked out with it. Look at this baby. Yes, she did. And she worked out with it. Mm-hmm. And my fucking God.
Looks great.
I didn't even know it was her.
I want a kickstart. I want a tummy tuck so that when I exercise, I can actually exercise and my gut isn't in the way.
Ma'am.
I don't even need a full tummy tuck. Just something so that just to get my gut out the way. But I'm too big because my BMI is too high. So I got to lose weight. And I'm like, well, shit, if that's the case, I might as well just keep going and not bother with a tummy tuck.
Mm-hmm. But I definitely need one because this thing is a damn apron. It is a mommy apron. I did not know this was her.
Let me see.
Oh, and it is on her page. I was going to show you some carnival stuff because she was in Jamaica during carnival.
Now I see that nose. That's her.
I know. But that's what I'm saying. Like, she, like, did that.
You know, and when you lose weight, you do look younger. And so I feel like I don't necessarily look 43 now. God forbid I lose some weight, y'all. Come on. Like,
she looks fucking amazing.
come on. Like,
and what is she, like 5'11", 6 foot? I'm 5'9.5". I'm like, let me just get a little so I can be like, pow. But I don't know. Baby, don't get into trouble.
I'm sorry, y'all. Get out of here. I have a dog, and he nosy. And
he likes me.
In this African American house, there's rooms that he's not allowed to go into, and he knows that. But he has company, and he's showing out because he has company. Well, you're gonna get beat regardless. So I don't care if you have company or not. He think he gonna get saved because she here. And I'm like, no, it's not gonna happen. So
they did do I'm sorry. I was looking at her page, and I was like, I thought she was at Gen X. I gotta call him. Okay, sorry, thinking work stuff in my head. My bad. That just hit.
What was I thinking about?
We were talking about bodies and how things are. Damn.
I want to.
She looks completely different from the front. From the front, like she looks like I have to go through her page and see what she did. But she's also younger than we are. I don't know how old she is. Is she mid-30s?
I don't know. I know that menopause is knocking on my door.
I'm already in it. I am in it. Doctor told me I'm in it. And I'm like, can it be over? Because I'm ready. Like, you could tear, scoop, burn, singe, stomp all of this out. I don't need this anymore. I've had my children. I don't plan on having any more. I have 2 more bonus children. Like, I'm good.
I really honestly feel like once you're done having kids, carrying a uterus should be optional.
Right. Like, that's not fair. I don't need it.
Like, donate it to women who don't have a uterus or who need a uterus, or maybe their uterus is malfunctioning, or I mean it sounds weird, and I'm not trying to be funny about it, but like, I don't need it, so why do I have to keep it? Like, shouldn't I just be able to say, you know what, take it out? Like, I'll keep my ovaries for sure, but a uterus for what?
And why the ovaries though?
Oh, because I think the ovaries keep you from going into is it the estrogen thing or something like that? I don't want to go into premenopause. I think that's a hormonal thing right there.
I was in fucking menopause since I was 32. I am now 43, and the doctor just told me a couple months ago, oh yeah, it looks like you're fully in menopause now. So from 32 to 43 of perimenopause is some bullshit. The hot flashes are starting to come back again. And I hadn't had hot flashes in years. But when it hit, I thought I was going to die.
I'm sorry, friend.
Because it came from within.
Yeah.
And you shouldn't feel heat.
Coming out your ears.
In your ears.
Coming out your ears. You have to know.
The heat comes out of your ears.
You feel like you're boiling.
Yes. And there's nothing you can do about it.
Yes.
And then to be a fucking Black woman and have it too, sweating, you're sweating your scalp, you're sweating your hair out. Like, that's my thing. Okay. I'm going to do better next time. I'm going to have on a full face, and I will do better next time. I called her and I was like, I'm coming over. Let's do this podcast thing today. Let's do it. But I don't do makeup. I barely do lip gloss. I don't do anything. But my hair will be done. Like, my ponytails look nice today.
You look great.
Nice today.
You look great.
But for me, my thing is hair. My hair has to be done. And to be a Black woman who loved every type of extension known to man. I always was a braid wearer. I wear braids all the time. Sometimes I don't. But I had to stop wearing my weaves. When I first started this perimenopause, I had to stop wearing my weaves because I would do glue ends really quick. I don't do sew ends because I want to hurry up and take it out and do something different. I was sweating my tracks out. So I had to stop doing it. And I'm like, this is not acceptable. Like, okay, yeah, I know we all are the human race and females and women and we all go through it, but others don't go through it like we go through it. Because we have to worry about, okay, if I've flat ironed my hair or I've pressed my hair out or I've blown my hair out, how is it going to look after I just had this fucking 10-minute hot flash where I felt like I've been running on the side of Hades next to a fucking volcano pit? Okay? Edges be all rough and everything is just rough. It's a bad thing.
You know what? But you don't got kunta kinks, so please shut up.
Oh, but I can.
You don't have kunta kinks, honey bun. You don't have kunta kinks.
Yes, but it takes time.
I understand. Okay.
To blow stuff out. If you're out and about, I don't just have a blow dryer and a flat iron on me to be like, let me go to this bathroom to touch this up real quick. First of all, I have to blow it dry because it's soaking wet. It's soaking wet.
Root to tip, baby. Root to tip.
It's the worst thing ever.
Look like somebody threw some water on you.
Yeah, and you know what? I want to talk to some white women about that. I never thought about having that conversation.
Do you know white women?
I do. I know a couple. That I'm comfortable with just saying whatever I want to say to. I do. To be like, did you like when you went through the menopause?
Oh, I have a question. Huh. Are they white women or are they women who happen to be white?
One is a white woman that just happens to be white, and one is a full-blown white woman. Two total ends of the spectrum, like fast and far between. And I just like one that I could talk to. I wonder. She always like will have her braids in or something all the time, and I'm just wondering if I can't say names, but I'm wondering if she had like issues because she's got a thing about hair too. But this other one, I'm trying to think if I want to say something, if I'm going to let her know about this podcast or not. This other one, I wonder, like, what is their thing that they have an issue with when it comes to menopause? If, because that's my thing. I don't know what other Black women might have a problem with when it came to it. But that fucking Perry and that fucking, them sweats fucked my hair up, and I didn't like it. I did not like it. That was a hard time for me. And I'm just wondering if that's a big thing. Because you know what? I've never heard any Black women talk about my hair with the sweats.
You know what, though? So many of them, though, like when they're wearing their hair natural, they wear it natural, or they wear it in a protective style. So all you hear about is protective styles.
Oh, that's true. I didn't think about that anymore. But it didn't always used to be like that. This natural thing just hit 15 years ago, maybe?
Yeah, maybe.
So it wasn't, everybody was perming and pressing, and they was having hot flashes back then. Nobody discussed that. No women in my family discussed that. Like, nobody told me. All my women in my family are old, dead, and gone, and that's the problem. Like, when I started having it, it was early, and only one of them was around, and she was like, "What's wrong?" I was like, "I'm having a hot flash. I'm dying," and she was like, "Baby, it's okay. I understand," but we didn't discuss it. And I should have discussed with her because she was a beautician. Like, I should have had these conversations with her. Like, what am I supposed to do? Because it was a bad thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it's starting again. That's why I'm sorry. That's why I'm back on it, because it's starting again. And I'm like, fuck, I can't live like this. I can't live like this because now I got somebody and I'm like, I kind of care what I look like sometimes. Most of the time now I care what I look like. But before, when I was like in the Perry, I was married and miserable. And I was like, I don't fucking care. Like, it's the truth. I just didn't. I didn't care. I put on some fucking leggings and a t-shirt and I'd be out. Fuck all that. It's the truth. I'm being honest. Like, I was in a horrible marriage for 15 years. A horrible marriage. And did it just because I didn't want to be a statistic.
As you can see, Shawnee B was about to go in on her Boombaclot X. If you want to see where she goes with that, you got to tune in. Every Thursday, we're available for you. We're on YouTube, Spotify, Stitcher, Apple, Amazon, Google, wherever you need us to be, that's where we're at. Go ahead, Google us, baby.